So basically, you're approaching this, 5,000 person company. There's maybe 2 people there that actually care about what you have to say, and they have no idea who you are. And my job is basically to figure out these people's work, get their attention, get them to have a meeting with me, and then eventually sell them my product. Sell them that they should care about what I'm doing, that it's going to move the needle in their business. So what this course is mainly focused on is what I perceive as the hardest is basically how do you get the attention and get a meeting and potentially lead to a partnership with companies when you don't have a warm relationship with them, when you don't know somebody who can make an introduction. And what I refer to this as is, I guess, going cold. So when I have to go in cold to get a meeting with somebody, what is the process for doing that? Just a few quick housekeeping items. I definitely want this to be interactive. I want it to be a discussion. If you have any questions during any of this, or even an awesome joke, just stop me. Feel free to share. I'm going to be sending this out afterwards, so all you Converse note takers, if it makes you comfortable taking notes, by all means go ahead, but I try to make it pretty text heavy so you don't have to. And lastly, just a caveat, this is what's worked personally for me. I can't guarantee that this will work for everybody, but just a few techniques and strategies that work for me. So just a real quick overview of what we're going to go over is the initial steps, which I call building a pipeline. Once you build your pipeline, how to identify decision makers, how to find their contact information once you've done that, how to actually approach these people in an effective way, and then just some closing thoughts. So you start out, and you're starting out with your company, and you have all these people that you think you can either sell to or partner with that can add a ton of value to your company in terms of revenue, in terms of users, in terms of places that your data could exist, like in my case. What does the process for that look like? It's far easier to do this when you're organized, and this is commonly referred to within business development or sales is building out a pipeline. So basically building out a list of targets, people that you want to talk to. And there's a lot of sophisticated tools out there, but I'd say starting out, the best thing you can do is just use a spreadsheet. And right here, basically, this is my pipeline, and it basically just has all the most critical information for me to get that meeting. So name of my target, in my case it's publisher, the last time I spoke to them, what type of account that is, if you are segmenting the activities, so did I email them, when the last time I spoke to them, was it over email, was it over phone, who the contact person is, and lastly, a mechanism that allows me to prioritize. So there's certain partners or certain accounts or whatever sales you're doing that basically there's a partner that could be 10 times more valuable than another partner, or 20 times more valuable. You want to make sure that you have some type of mechanism in place that allows you to spend 10 times more time on a partnership that's going to drive 10 times more value. When you don't have that type of mechanism that allows you to prioritize, you can end up spending your time in a way that isn't most effective, that will drive most value to your business. So within my own pipeline, when I was building out the data network, it was traffic. So what is the traffic that an integration on this site will see for let's say you're selling to franchises. It could be revenue. It could be number of locations that a certain business has to be charged per location level. Your question, Andrew?
You're answering it right now.
Awesome. So the first thing that you want to do, and the way that I like to think about this, is you want to fill out this first row right here. So you want to fill out the targets, and at a high level, just the companies. Don't worry about the specific person at the company yet. You just want to fill out all the companies that are target partners. There's a few ways to do this. There's this site called Google. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of it, but it's a great place to find. It's a great place to find people that you could potentially partner with. So if I'm trying to partner with gyms in New York, I can search gyms in New York. It's less obvious ways, or less obvious places to look to find potential people to partner with are places like your competitor sites. A lot of people list their current partners, their clients, whatever it may be, on their site. This is an excellent place you can mine to find these people. Similar site search is an interesting tool that I use in my search. Basically, you type in a URL of a partner or of a certain type of site, and it'll go out and spider the web and find a bunch of different sites that match that site. So in my case, when I was looking for sites with local business information, if I typed in Yellow Pages, it would show me hundreds of other sites that also had a similar local business information I had no idea about. Manta.com is a B2B directory. So if you go onto Yellow Pages and you're looking for local businesses, it'll probably tell you a name, address, and phone number. But it doesn't tell me things like who the owner of the business is, or what the owner's phone number or email is, or things like that that are a little bit more valuable maybe from somebody who's looking at businesses from a partnership standpoint. Another place that I like to do is there's a community called Quora online, and Quora is basically a crowdsourced place for questions and answers. So if you're looking for a certain type of company, or a certain type of app, or a certain type of business to partner with, you can actually take advantage of the fact that there's this awesome community there that's incentivized to answer your questions. So just a quick example of that, I found this question, what apps companies are focused on the restaurant CMS market? Well, if I was trying to find competitors or partners, this is an excellent example of how I can ask a question and have somebody from the community basically give me 10, 15, 20 companies. And that just saves me a ton of time that otherwise I could have spent scouring the web. And lastly, I often find the most powerful tool in all of my business development dealings is LinkedIn. And there's a few ways that are not obvious to the novice LinkedIn user where you're going to be able to mine for potential partner data. So when you're looking at potentially a decision maker at the company that you're looking to partner with, oftentimes these people have niche industry expertise. So if somebody's the VP of marketing for a chain of gyms, odds are they might have done marketing at another gym. So having an understanding of their previous work history is an excellent place to identify these companies. There's also a bunch of tools on the LinkedIn profile, company page, or work history page that will show you things like similar companies or similar contacts. So viewers of this company also view these companies. That's a great place to kind of see what other people are looking at to identify potential partners. And then lastly, companies actually can recruit followers on LinkedIn. And a lot of times, competitors in a particular space follow their competitive companies to stay up to date on their information. And the same goes on Twitter as well. These followers are an excellent place to essentially mine competitors that are businesses in the same space that you can identify to fill out that pipeline.